and I'm so glad that we are starting our new series of Supermom Spotlight on the 11/11 portal. I did not plan it, it just happens to be on this day. So I'm very excited. And I'll tell you what is it going to be. I'll just set the context a little. So what I've decided is that every day from 11 till 12, 12:30, around 12:30, 1.5 hours, we will be spotlighting a platinum mother, and she will be coming and sharing, how she started with, maybe nothing, and how she was able to bring that shift. If you love the idea, put love in the chat box. You know why? Because all of us think that, oh, I need to have everything before I can do anything. I need money, or I need confidence, I need courage, and only then can I get the results that I want, or I'm not good enough, or my family doesn't support me. To make you understand that everybody starts like that, and there is nothing special that anybody else out there has. All you need is consistent effort and taking action towards your dreams, one step at a time. So, how many of you are ready to get inspired? If you're super, super ready to get inspired, put SR in the chat box that I'm super ready. And it does not take a lot of time to change your life. All it needs is the right intention, right action in the right direction. That has been my personal experience, and now also my experience with so many students. And yesterday, when we, with the super coaches, when we were making a list, we had a very long list, but of course, we cannot spotlight everybody because I want to first see how this goes. I want to do it every day for 7 to 10 days. But actually, the list is so long that we can do one every day for many, many months, which I feel is a very, very big win for me as a mentor, and also a very proud moment because mothers are doing it. Usually they say mothers don't have the time and mothers can't do it. Mothers have other responsibilities. So I'm very, very proud of each and every one of you for being here, even if you're not being spotlighted, for being here and choosing to learn. And if you're on this call, I just want to say one thing, that it's not too far away before you will be spotlighted. If you think you are going to be spotlighted soon, put me with a lot of E. That yes, I would be spotlighted very, 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 very soon. Yes, because I feel when you hear mothers just like you speak, you will feel that courage, you will feel that confidence, and you will feel that, if she can do it, I can do it too. So today we have with us somebody very, very special, Dr. Surbhi Bhaiya. Let me just see if she's here. Yes, and I will spotlight her. Yes, hi Surbhi, how are you?
Yeah, hi, how are you? Thank you so much. I'm fine. Yeah,
Yes.
and nervous
So,
too.
yes, don't be nervous, relax. You've done it so many times. And
Yeah,
this is home. So here we are
yeah,
all here to learn from you. Only at 11:11 for 2 minutes, Surbhi, I will interrupt you because today
yeah,
is the 11 by 11 portal. And now, since all of us are together, we will observe silence with some music at 11:11.
yeah,
And when I play the music, you can close your eyes and you can set your attention on whatever it is that you want to get closer to. Maybe God, maybe more money, maybe a better lifestyle, better career, whatever feels true to you. You can visualize that thing in your heart, and you can close your eyes, and we will just observe this for 2 minutes sharp at 11:11. So great, we'll be doing this together because if
yeah,
we do it together, it'll be amazing. So over to you, Surbhi. I'm going to remove myself from Spotlight, and I'll just
yeah.
make you
Thank you
the
so much.
co-host. So if you want to share, you can also share now.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah. So, first of all, thank you so much, Riddhi, for giving me this opportunity to share my journey today. And I'm so grateful that I'm the first one on this platform. And I truly feel grateful to be here. Your guidance has played a major role in my growth. And without your support, this stage would not have been possible. So I'm honored to speak in your presence. And you believed in us, you believed in me when I was still figuring out my direction. So your push, your clarity, your mentoring helped me step into a stronger version of myself. And I have not just learned only skills from you, but also a mindset that keeps me moving forward. And your leadership creates a space where people like me can grow with confidence. And thank you so much for that environment. And I'm excited to share what this journey has meant to me. So I hope I have permission of everyone to share my journey. If I have your permission, type P for permission. And I may sound like Riddhi because, yeah, she's my mentor. Yeah.
Yes, go for it.
Yeah. So, yes. So let's understand the journey of 1 crore. And before sharing my journey of 1 crore, first I want to thank myself. Yeah, thank you so much because, there were very hard days, the days when I didn't give up. And I'm so proud of myself. Second, I want to express my deep gratitude for my in laws, my mother in law and father in law. Without these two people, it would be very difficult for me to be on this journey because there were days I was working for 16 hours, 15 hours because being a doctor, I'm a non-tech. And I hope those who are doctor in the room, you understand what, what skills doctors have. So, I used to sleep at 4 a.m. I used to, throughout the day, I used to implement the learnings that I was learning. And without them, it was not possible. So my mother-in-law used to cook and my father-in-law used to take care of my elder one. And that's how my journey started. And without them, it was not possible. And being in this village, so I'm not in city, so it's now becoming a district. Yeah, I know that it's so difficult for in-laws to support their daughter-in-law like their daughter. So thank you for them. And yes, and thank you to my mentor, Riddhi. So now I'll just share my story first that, how I started this. So, going in flashback. So before marriage, I come from very big family, affluent family where, money was not a problem. So when I got married, my husband just started a business and yes, I had to compromise a lot of things. And because of that, I got diagnosed with PCOD. So I started to become irritated, angry, frustrated. And, I used to fight with my husband till midnights, and that's how it was going. And then I got pregnant, even after having a PCOD. So after delivering my first son, means elder one, when he was 6 months old, first time I yelled at him. And when I yelled at him, my childhood flashed in front of me like anything. Like my mom used to yell at me, hit me. It was very difficult for me to digest that I don't have good relationship with my mom. Now I'm very good because I've healed myself. But that day I decided I will learn. That day I decided I'm not going to do this to my son. So in pregnancy, I already did Vipassana. So I started to do Vipassana. So from, what I can say, June till October. October, I was doing Vipassana 2 times, 4 a.m. and before sleep, 8 p.m. So 1 hour Vipassana I used to do. And, I started to feel calm. I started to feel relaxed and yeah, and I changed. So the moment I aligned myself, I don't know why, but I joined Riddhi's masterclass, right? And that's where the journey with EPH started, right? So, I attended her masterclass and the date was, and I hope Riddhi, you remember this triangle. So yes, 27 November 2022. So
Yes, this is one
November,
of my
yeah,
first. Yes.
yeah. So I started, I joined and, I was just cooking because my mother-in-law was not around, she was somewhere outside and I was just, cooking. And, I don't take any decision without my husband's permission. So even if I want to buy a lipstick, I'll still ask him, hey, I'm buying the lipstick. So that's how it is. So in that day, I didn't know what happened. I did the payment of that time. It was 6,624, something like that. I don't remember the price. But yeah, and then he came for a lunch and he said that, I had took this course. But as usual, I didn't watch any videos. And then Yeah, and then I joined Gold membership, and then, didn't watch any course, as I said before. And then I joined her Platinum Showcase, and the date was 6th December 2022, right? And that's where my journey as a coach started, right?
Okay.
But yeah,
Okay, we'll have to pause just for 2 minutes. I'm so
okay,
sorry to
no
interrupt,
problem, no
Surbhi.
problem.
Yeah, yes. So we'll just play a music. Me play music for 2 minutes. And so happy that you're on Spotlight at 11:11. I'll put
Yeah,
myself with you and let's play some music. And for 2 minutes, we can just meditate upon whatever it is that you want to manifest. Yes, yes, Surbi, you can take over.
yes, thank
Thank
you
you,
so
everyone.
much.
Yes.
Yeah. So when I started my journey as a coach, I'll tell you the flashback story. So when I got diagnosed with PCOD, I asked, my brother reads a lot of books. And I said him that, I need to come out of this because I come from a homeopathy background and I know about mental health. And I understood that this is because of my stress. And I said him that, give me some meditation so that I'll meditate and I'll come out of my PCOD. So he sent me some visualization video. And, he said me that do it for 21 days. I was like, okay. So for whole 21 days, I was just visualizing myself standing on the stage, and in front of me there are thousands of women. Yeah. And I messaged him on 21st day that this all is rubbish. I didn't even know how to speak in English. I don't know how to speak in English. and I don't have any confidence. And why will women come to me and learn from me? But when I started on this coach journey, I understood that that was calling of God. But when I go backward, from my childhood itself, I always help women. It's been my, my sister or my friends. I've always taken, stand for them. So then I understood that, just because I was not having any guidance, but always God have its own plan, right? So when you're aligned and when you have right intention, God will open all the doors. And that's how my door was open through Riddhi. So thank you so much, Riddhi, for opening my door. And because everyone sees that it is said that God cannot come everywhere, so God always sends someone to help us. And that help I got from Riddhi. So this is how my journey started as a coach. And I faced a lot of resistances. And how many of you are facing resistances right now? Put R for resistances. And I don't look good. Who will listen to me? I cannot record the videos. My English is not good. My accent is not good. Yeah. So, like you all, even I had a lot of resistances. So, my first resistance was I don't know how to speak in English. If you would have made me 3 years before, I didn't know how to speak in English. Yeah. In these 3 years, I've shaped myself so much. And I'll tell you how I've shaped myself and how I started to speak in English. So yeah. So, I didn't know how to speak in English. Second resistance was no confidence. Because yes, I was a doctor and I was knowing much about mental health space and how mind works and how is mind human being psychology, but no confidence to talk in front of 5 people also. So there was no confidence. So when I got opportunity to become a coach, but I grabbed that opportunity and all these resistances started to come, that I don't know how to speak in English, there is no confidence, I'm not techie, I don't know how to use laptop, and I don't know how to sell. This was the biggest thing, because whenever I used to be in my clinic, if patient don't give me money, I used to be like, okay, no problem. So next follow up, they used to come and they say, hey, I didn't give you money last time. And then I used to say, yeah, okay, no problem. So I didn't know how to sell. And I felt that, if I'm selling, it means I'm doing disservice to God, right? Because this is God's work. And if I'm selling this, then I'm not doing right thing, right? And the most and biggest resistance was, what people will say. Because before, when I started this journey, I was very irritated, angry, and yeah, I was kind hearted. I didn't fought with anyone. But that anger used to come in front of my husband. And yeah, only in front of my husband. So, and my parents, and most importantly, my mother. So, and I thought, what people will say. All of a sudden, she started to become a saint and all those things. So, this was the biggest resistance. And how many of you have this resistance with you? Type me with lot of E in the chat box. And then, how will I look if I record videos? Because if you'll go in my gallery, I've never recorded my any videos, right? So I thought, will I look ugly? Or, there's so many dark circles. What people will think about me? What if I make mistakes? And so many resistances I faced. But, even after having so many resistances, I was like, my why was very strong. And I'll tell you my why. Because, my in-laws have given me the life that I never imagined, like freedom, no restriction. I'm allowed to do anything. Being in this small place, I truly feel grateful for that. And my wife was like, I want to give best life to them. So as of now, no matter how much money I've earned, don't even have even a single rupee with me. I've given to my husband and I've given to my in-laws. Because I feel that, even if I give them, even if they ask for 20 crores, even if I give them 20 crores, this cannot compensate with that, the freedom that I've got from them. If you agree, type A for agree in the chat box. So yes, so my why is I just want to give best life to them. And second, my why is I want to help women to live the better life, and I want parents to have best bond with their children. So just because my why was strong, I kicked all these resistances and I kept taking action, right? And now comes the course creation challenge. How many of you are facing this challenge? Type C for challenge in the chat box. That yes, I don't know how to create course, I don't know what to do, which course to create, I don't know how to speak, I don't know how to structure, how to give structure to my course. So yes, So this was the biggest challenge for me. So when I started to make videos, I was so consistent. I'll let you know what how my growth was, Instagram growth. But when I started to get leads, I was calling them to WhatsApp group, and now it was time to create something, because if I want to sell, I need something to give to them, right? So, and then I didn't know how to create the course, right? So first, because I was new to this system, because yes, I was doctor, I knew about mental health, I knew that how how psychology works, everything I knew, but I was very new to this course creation. No one taught us how to create the course in our college, right? Next, I was overwhelmed and confused because there was so much information out there, right? Even if I used to ask for chat gpt, it was all theoretical knowledge. And how many of you have experienced that? If yes, type E for experienced in the chat box. That so much theoretical, we feel like this is so ai version, right? So same thing, I was feeling that yeah, I'm not feeling like this is mine. I'm not feeling like, someone will listen to this. So again, my life savior, Riddhi. So, I didn't watch her course, but when I started creating my courses, I started to watch her course like anything, like binge watching, right? So, when I was watching the course, I was not watching to transform just my life, but I was, learning from how she's making videos, where she's taking pause, because my English was not that great, right? And then how are her hand gestures, right? Where she's giving more importance to some words. So everything I started to watch, that how she's putting her own examples, right? And then I also understood the psychology behind the name of the courses, right? And I'm always a silent follower of Riddhi. I don't show up live a lot because I have two kids, and yeah, and I'm always busy with them. But whenever I get time, I used to put headphones and I used to listen to her. How is her background, and how are her expressions. So I always used to watch her, what she's doing. So some of you will even feel that I'm just talking like Riddhi. How many of you are feeling that? I feel in the chat box, because Riddhi is in my cell now. Yeah. So from her I learned how to create courses. So first thing I learned from her was, she added a lot of her examples, right? So, example meaning, so for example, I'll tell you sorry, Riddhi, for that. So I'll tell you her way of explaining. So first she'll start with welcome, and then she will explain the point, and then she'll give her example, and then she'll ask to type in the comments below. I hope this is true. If this is true, type true in the chat box. So I was like, okay, she's going like this. So I learned from her that she's welcoming, she's appreciating people and the members to coming so far, and then she's explaining that in very short sentences, and then she's giving her own examples, and then she's asking to type in the comments below. So I was like, wow, this is the good idea. So then I understood how she has given the structure to the courses, right? Why, for example, let's say, uh, build the best bond with your child. So first it is foundation. I'll just give you an example. Okay, so why foundation? Why not play, right? How many of you have gone so deep while watching the courses? If yes, type yes. If no, then type no in the chat box. So I went so deep. Like, I used to watch, okay, why this step? Why not this? Right? Why, self-care or be a role model is at it. So I used to use my own logic without connecting with Riddhi. So, she was I can say that, yeah, she was invisible for me, but I was always learning from her, because I got less time to attend her live classes. So I used to go through recordings only. Right. So she was my life savior. I understood how she is creating the courses, right? So when I was creating my own, still I was overwhelmed, even after doing so much research on Riddhi. So, and she is my only mentor, frankly speaking. And while creating the courses, I was still overwhelmed that which course should I give? So I was like, let's not use my brain, let's use her brain. So I started to, I started to understand why she have given the course name, right? So, and I changed the course name. So simple. If you feel this is simple, type simple in the chat box. And sorry, Riddhi, for that. But I changed the course name, and I changed the steps that I used to follow with my child, and I started to put my own examples. right? So it was mix of her and it was mix of me. So that's how I, created my courses. But and that was, I used that for one year. And then and when I was in the game, my skin was in the game for one year. When I talked with so many mothers, their challenges, I understood the real challenge of mothers, that what they really want, what are the outcomes. Because understand, initially there is no one to talk, right? So you don't understand what they really want. So now instead of using my brain, I decided I'll just create and I'll just sell, right? I don't want to use my brain. I don't want to procrastinate that, I'll first learn everything and then I'll create, or I'll first become perfect and then I'll create. First I'll improve my English and then I'll create. So I just cut all those things, and I started to create the courses and started to record. And as I was not knowing English, I started to use that teleprompter initially. So, and when I came to know about the journey, that, wow, this is what mothers want. So I created my own journey after that, after a year. So the mothers who are waiting for your own idea, the mothers who are waiting that, I want something to come, something big idea. Yeah. Thank you so much. And thank for you. And, you're waiting that, something new should come to me. It won't come until and unless you're in that game. So instead of procrastinating, just do what is coming from your heart, right? And that's what I did. And then after a year, I changed my journey, right? Then I changed everything. Like, what mothers want, that's how I changed. I made a 4 pillars of brain development, and that's how I created the courses again, using the same technique where, introducing, giving example, and asking them to type in the comments below. So that's how I created the course. So how many of you now feel that it is so simple to create course? If you have mentor like Riddhi, if you feel simple, type simple in the chat box. Yeah, thank you so much. So yes, this was the course creation challenge. So I didn't use my brain. I just followed, I just followed Riddhi. Now comes to masterclass challenge, and I don't want Riddhi and I don't want anyone to laugh on me. Yeah, because just because now I created course, I was having something to sell, but I didn't know how to speak in English without script, right? Because now I can speak for 4 hours altogether, but for that time it was like, one sentence was also very difficult for me, right? So just because I didn't know how to speak in English, I started to watch with these master classes. It continuously, I was like, I used to put headphones, I recorded it from another phone, and I used to watch and I used to listen to her. But still, it was so difficult for me because, we cannot learn 2 and 3 hours of masterclass. So what I did, and yes, and for that, what I did, I wrote everything on the Google document, word to word, right? And I kept that script in front of my camera like this. And first 4 masterclass, I have, done like that because I didn't wanted to procrastinate. I was finding those paper, but I didn't got those paper. And I, line to line, like, hello, I'll just give you the example how Riddhi speaks, and you'll feel that, I am a Riddhi AI version. So, hello, everyone. If you can see me and hear me clear, please put yes in the chat box. So yes, thank you so much for putting yes in the chat box. And first of all, I want to thank each one of you for being here, for being committed mothers who wants to learn and grow. And for that, I want you to put for that, I want you to put A for appreciation, and let's appreciate ourselves to be a learning mother. So that's how, initially I was reading from the script. But yeah, and then she also says that, yeah, now how many of you want to raise a confident, independent, disciplined child? If you want to raise a confident, independent, disciplined child, type me with lot of E in the chat box. Yeah. And then how many of you want to feel calm and relaxed? How many of you want to stop hitting and yelling? And how many of you want best bond with your child? If you want all of this, then type want in the chat box. So yes, thank you so much for all the wants in the chat box. I'm loving the energy in the chat box, and chat box is really buzzing. So I hope I'm just sounding like Riddhi. If yes, type yes in the chat box. So that's how I, shaped myself. Because, and sorry for that, Riddhi, but I didn't know how to speak in English, and that
This is
was the only
amazing,
medium.
amazing. Okay, before you continue, how many of you now understand that you need a lot of practice? You
Yeah.
don't Amazing. This is more like a stand-up comedy, like on
Yeah.
me. Amazing. Love it. Yes,
Yeah.
continue, Surbhi.
Yeah. And she always, she also used one more example. So I've changed my masterclass a little, but still my tone is like her because I've learned from her. So, one more example. So, I want you to give your 100% attention and energy. And because I cannot repeat everything, right? Because now let's say that if you go to a movie and if Shah Rukh Khan is dancing, right, you cannot ask Shah Rukh Khan to come and dance again, that repeat the step, right? In the same way, I cannot explain all the ideas because it will be so difficult for me to repeat the ideas. I will, lose out on sharing the best path with you. Right? So yes, I am the best student of her and silent student of her. So yeah, just because I didn't know how to speak in English, this is what I applied, and I just followed her. And I was knowing that my intentions are right. I want to do better first for my family, and second, I want to help women. So it was not like I want to surpass Riddhi, or I want to put her down. My intention was not that. My intention was just to help my father, to give best life to my in-laws, and second was to help mothers. Yeah, so it was complete surrender, right? So and I didn't know how what to teach. So now, because I was new on this journey, I didn't know how to teach, what should I take first. So what I did, I just followed Riddhi again. So basically, if she's putting, let's say, three secrets, if she's putting first secret first, second secret second, I used to put second first, first second. If you're smiling right now, put smiley in the chat box because I didn't want it to use my brain, right? So and if she's sharing about the challenges, I'll give some other examples, right? And that's how I learned that, yeah, this is what I want to teach. And as now I know a lot about this, my target audience and what they're going through. So now I've added a lot from my heart and from the books I read and from podcast I listen. But yeah, it started from Riddhi. So yeah, Riddhi was my life savior. So now, how many of you promise that you're not going to be stuck to take the masterclass? If you promise, type P for promise in the chat box. If you have Riddhi's brain, you don't need to use your brain. Yeah, because she's our role model, and we are looking up to her. So we need to model her to the T. Yeah. So thank you so much for your promise. And then comes Instagram growth. Yeah. And just because I opened new page and I was having resistance that what people will tell, what they'll talk about me, or they'll mock at me, they'll laugh at me, or they'll gossip and all those things. Because of that, I created new page, right? And then I was inspired by Riddhi because Riddhi was if you have seen that, type me in the chat box. I'm to the Z. Thank you so much. Yeah. So I was inspired by Riddhi, and then I started to do research on Instagram that why this post is getting so many views, why this post is getting too many likes, why this post is getting too many comments. So when I was creating my own videos, or when I was scrolling through Instagram, I was not just scrolling for time pass. I was researching the market, right? Most of the time what happens, we just keep scrolling and we keep saving, right? But you know what I did, I went, so let's say if some video has got, let's say, 50K likes, right? And then the shares are, let's say, 100K. Then I used to go on that page, and I used to check the views of that video, right? And after checking the view of that video, I used to check the follower counts. So let's say if the followers are 1,000 and the views are 2 millions, it means people are loving that content. If you agree, type yes in the chat box. And people are loving that content. Because of that, 1,000 followers and 1 million views. Wow, right? So that's how I started to do research, and I started to create content. Second thing, so from now, I don't want you to just scroll and just keep saving the post. I want you to do the research that what is working for other is going to work for you, right? And this all things I've learned from Riddhi because I've done a deep research on her. After her husband, I'm the one who knows a lot about Riddhi. So yes, and next is consistency. In within 1 year, I got 100K followers. If this is huge, type huge in the chat box. right? Consistently, I was posting. There were days I used to get 100 views. There were days I used to get 1,000 views. There were days I used to get 20 views. But consistently, without fail, I used to post. Right. So initially, I was doing practice also. I was having my own clinic. So what I used to do, I used to record, and I used to record the video in clinic, or I used to record the video at home. And whenever I used to go to clinic before, my, let's say my patients are coming at 5:30. So I used to go to 5:15 or 5. I used to edit the video and I used to post it. Right. So every single day without fail, I've posted videos for 365 days consistently. Right. So consistency really matters. And then following the trend. Right, so you always need to follow the trend, because what happens when we create the videos on Instagram, we always feel that content should come from my heart, it should be my content. But no one really cares about that. If you agree, type A for agree in the chat box. People don't remember what they ate in lunch. How will they remember for of no whose video you have modeled? If you agree, type A for agree in the chat box, right? And most importantly, mothers sometimes they forget their own kids if they are in stress. If you're smiling, put smiley in the chat box. If there's too much of work on their plate, they'll also forget, oh my God, I also have second kid. So even I've gone through that. So, I started to follow the trend. And, I used to observe. So let's see. First was Riddhi, right? So I gone through all her videos. Why she got 4 millions on this post? Views on this post. Okay, why so many likes? Why so many why so many shares on this? Right? So I started to study the market, right? And when I started to study the market, I understood what people want. Yeah. So, you know and when I started to create what people want, I started to get more views, followers, likes. Right, so this is how my Instagram growth started. And my goal was that I'm going to get 1 million in just 2 years. But yeah, I got pregnant for the second time, and the second pregnancy was very difficult, so it was complete slowdown. And I didn't post too much videos last year. But still, God has its own plan. God is preparing something, preparing us for something big. So that's how it was slowed down. But yeah, that's how my Instagram growth was, right? And another thing I want to share in Instagram growth is, whenever I used to put videos, I don't put videos to just, comment or like, because, no one have so much of time. So I used to redirect them to masterclass, because I was not running any ads and I wanted free leads at any cost. Yeah. So, at the end of the video, if you want to develop your child's brain, attend my masterclass, link is in the bio. Right, so every video I started to do that, and I started to get a lot of leads. Right, because just because it was free. Second, they were loving the content and they were watching till the end, and they got the call to action. So instead of asking them to, hey, comment, please share your views, no one really cares about that. Right, because understand, we cannot change their life in 30 seconds. If we want to change their life, we need to bring them into the community. If you agree, type yes in the chat box. And nowadays, mother wants to become calm in 30 seconds. So instead of using our brain to, to help them, in depth, just, what I can say is, just give what they want. Right, so I was having talk with my platinum member, and I said, people want to have flat belly in 30 seconds, so make sure you give that. If you're smiling, put smiley in the chat box. They don't want to, they don't want deep gam. They want to lose their belly in just 30 seconds, so make sure you give that in 30 seconds. Right, so that's how I have called them to my free masterclass, and that's how I started my free journey. And I have crossed 1 CR just organically. If this is wow, type wow in the chat box. And I truly feel that I'm not that great. I truly feel that, I am not, let's say, a celebrity or influencer. I feel that, everyone have this potential if they start to use their potential, if they are consistent enough. Right. And if I can do this, even you all can, if you guys are consistent. Right. And before being consistent, your why should be very strong. Why you really want to do that things, right? So this was about my Instagram growth. And now scaling challenge. So I was, I crossed 1 crore organically. So I ran ads and I got scared and I stopped and I got pregnant. And after that, it was a complete slowdown. I was not able to scale, and I really didn't took any stress, because yeah, the stress was like, I'm not able to conduct the master class, I'm not able to bring the leads. But the stress was coming from my husband, because he's too disciplined and I'm very happy go lucky. So even if my business is not going good for 3 years, I'll still not take stress. But I used to get stress from him, that you're not being consistent, you're not posting, you're not doing this. And because of that, I also messaged Riddhi that, I don't know what to do. And yeah, she said that, just focus on your pregnancy. And yeah, that's how I started to focus on my pregnancy. And I started to take live classes, and for my community members. And other than conforming a community, I also did a lot of one-on-one session, high ticket. So I used to charge 3 lakh rupees for 3 months, right? And I used to deal with cancer patient, depression patient. And just because I'm a doctor, I had that authority to deal. And it's not like you'll, or if you're not doctor, you'll not have that authority. But just because I was having that patients, I was dealing with those patients, I just redirected them for my one-on-one session, high ticket session. So if I'm getting one-on-one clarity call from Instagram, I used to convert them to one-on-one high ticket sessions, right? So this way I used to charge 3 lakh rupees for 3 months, right? And yeah, it was yeah. And yeah, that's how there was a scaling challenge for me. And see how God has planned for everything, for everyone. So yesterday morning I had a meeting with my ad agency. So he said that tomorrow we're going to meet at 11 a.m. So I was like, okay, I have session at 10 and we'll meet at 11 a.m. And before I get call from EPH, I got message from him that I won't be able to come at 11 a.m. I will come at 1:30 p.m., right? So how many of you feel that this is God's calling? If you feel that, I feel in the chat box. Yeah, because God wanted me to come here and share my learnings in mentors, space, from whom I've got everything, right? So I always, whenever I write gratitude, I first write gratitude for my, health giving me one more day. Then I write gratitude for my mentor. And, I still do that visualization that my brother used to send me. My brother sent me. And, in that visualization, he says one sentence, which is, just be grateful for one coincidence. And whenever I try to be grateful for that one coincidence, Riddhi is always in front of me, because she was my turning point. Because of her, I got introduced to this coaching world. And till my last breath, I'm going to be grateful for her. Right. And then now I'm coming on track. So I'm now planning to run ads and I'm planning to be consistent on Instagram. But this was my scaling challenge. And yes, and now 4 powerful tips for you guys to kickstart this journey. So, first is follow Riddhi. Do not use your brain. Do what she is doing, right? So, follow one mentor. What I've seen that, mothers are just going here and there. They're learning from here. I'm not saying that I've not learned from other people. Like, I've not learned definitely, but I've understood how they are structuring their courses. But I've just followed Riddhi, listening to her courses, listening to her inner circle call, listening, whenever she used to answer the questions, I used to observe how are her expressions, her hand gestures, when she's taking pause, what she's suggesting, how she's suggesting, how she's presenting herself in front of camera. So this was like, postmortem of her classes. Oh, yes. And then serve with right intention. This is very important. Please do not, have the intention just to earn money. If your intentions are right, and Riddhi says that, if you show up for others, God will show up for you. So how many of you want God to be your partner? Type GP in the chat box. Type GP in the chat box. Yeah. So if you want, you know, if you want to achieve whatever you want, start to have right intentions, right? And when your intentions are right, God will help you in the ways that you cannot imagine. And I've experienced this myself, right? Next, work on your inner world. This is very important, right? Definitely see our outcome. Our main goal is to earn money, to make our life secure, to make other people's life secure. But if we are so much attached on that, right, you will start to chase that. And I've been there. And how many of you are there right now? If you're there, type me in the chat box, right? You just want outcome. And when the sales are down, you'll feel low. When sales are high, you'll feel good. And that's what I was, going through. But when I started to surrender, when I started to do meditation, I started to read, Bhagavad Gita, and I started to align myself, right? I need to work on my feelings, and that's what I do. So because when someone is coming into my silver membership, my intention is not to get that money from them, but my intention is to transform their life. So what I do is now, I'll sit, just if I'm having a free time of 30 minutes, 20 minutes, I'll just open the list and I'll just call anyone from that list, even if they are my silver member. And I'll call and I'll just chit chat with them, and I'll tell them that, hey, my intention was not to just bring you into the community and get your money. Why you're not watching the courses? And when they get the call from authority, they become serious. And when they become serious, they start to watch the courses and they get the transformation. So this is what I do, that whenever I get free time, whenever I'm traveling, I'll just call anyone, right? And I'll keep chit chatting with them. So first, have right intention. Just don't think that I have taken so small amount, why should I give my so much time? No. If you have, because I feel that this is God's work, right? And if God has put you in this, on this path, then I want, we need to take that 100% responsibility without thinking of money, because money will automatically come. Yeah. So next powerful tip is action. So what I feel is, before believing in yourself, because belief will come when you take action. If this is true, type true in the chat box, right? So initially, if you feel I'll believe in myself, I'll record the courses, I believe in myself, and then I'll start creating courses, it's not going to work, because you won't believe in yourself initially, right? But still keep taking action, right? Even if you're getting views, even if you're getting followers, even if you're not getting let's say leads or community members, keep taking action, right? You never know that when the doors will open, right? So I was just going through one page, I don't remember the name of the page, and I keep doing research of the pages. So I have this addiction. So I went there and she was having 5.5 million followers. I was like, wow. And her post was 13,000. 13,000 posts she had done so far. If you feel this is huge, type huge in the chat box. Just understand the level of consistency she had, right? But just imagine if she would have quit at 1,000 followers or 500 followers or 600 followers or 10,000 followers, today she would have not got 5.5 million followers. If this is true, type true in the chat box. So these are the powerful tips. So I don't know the name. Yeah, because I keep researching the pages. So I really don't know the name. Just okay. So yes, these are the powerful tips. Follow Riddhi, serve with right intention, work on your inner world, and take action no matter what. So even if you're feeling low, take action. Even if you're having a lot of energy, take action. Even if your child is, not feeling good, take action. So, Riddhi says DWIT, right? So I'll again use her version, do whatever it takes to stay calm. Do whatever it takes to, stop hitting and yelling. Do whatever it takes to build best bond with your child. So I want everyone to put DWIT, and I'll hand over the mic to Riddhi. And thank you so much for this opportunity.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Surbhi. This was so
Yeah,
amazing. But how many of you can see the effort? She's got a smile on her face, but how many of you understand that to be sitting here, she's put in a lot of effort. If you can feel that, put feel in the chat. Yes,
thank you.
to the extent that she's wearing clothes also like me, like with the bindi. Thank God I'm not wearing a salwar suit. Twins lagte ho. But uh, You know what? This is so true. When you're following a mentor, you automatically, start to model the mentor. Of course, all of us will have our own uniqueness, our unique stories. And I'm sure Surbhi, she's been very generous with saying that she's been copying everything, but she has her own
Yeah.
experiences, her stories. And now, because of that, now she also has a different path. But what I love about you, Surbhi, is this attitude, the DWIT attitude. Do
Yeah.
whatever it takes. I don't know Hindi. I don't know English. Koi baat nahi. I will write it. I will go for it. I don't know how to record courses. I will shuffle it. I will go for it. So I think so proud of you. And it is my dream as a mentor to see each and every one of you sitting here and sharing your stories. I know one thing, just like Surbhi shared that, if I can do it, you can do it. And I want to say that the same, if I can do it, you can do it. Because, just what Surbhi shared is what, how it started for me. Was not confident, couldn't speak, didn't know any technology, didn't know how to make videos, had zero videos on Instagram till 2020, nothing. So if any of you are feeling that you are at a disadvantage, I just want to tell you your biggest advantage is that you're in a space where you have a mentor and a clear path. Because one podcast I had done some time back, and they asked me one thing that you could go back and change in time. I told them that only if I had a mentor sooner, you know, because it's not about how much you know or what you know or who you are. It's about what you're ready to do to become who you wish to become. How much are you willing to, how committed are you to learning whatever it is that you don't know? Because if you don't know, the only way to know is to know.
Yeah.
But some of us are so sticky with money, we will not invest in ourselves. Some of us are so in our head that we'll keep thinking about, I can't do it, mujhse nahi hoga. But how many of you feel that, Surbhi sitting here, had all the possible resistances in the world to not be on this journey? She didn't know English, she's teaching in English. She didn't know how to make videos, she wasn't on Instagram, she started with zero followers, new Instagram page, and build it up to 100K in a year. So put any, no excuses in the chat. No, I'm feeling, yeah. You're still watching, you have my current GP also.
Yeah.
GP is my new word which I recently introduced. So yes. And how many of you think this was really inspiring? And let's all first put thank you for Surbhi for finding the
Thank
time
you so much.
and sharing her story so vulnerably, so openly, so authentically. Just loved it.
Thank you.
And I'm okay with all of you copying me as long as you take action and you help people. And I get to know because, so many mothers. So once somebody had actually told me also, so you remember, and I messaged you कि कुछ चेंज
Yeah.
करिए, लोग अब मुझे बता रहे हैं कि ये तो बिल्कुल रिद्धि देवरा जैसे बोल रही है, सेम लाइंस भी सेम बोल रही है, दोनों मास्टर क्लास में कोई फर्क नहीं है. So I messaged her and I told her, listen, copy, but copy smartly. Like, because now mothers are coming to my inner circle call and talking about it. So she was like, yeah, Riddhi, don't worry, I've changed the whole thing now. I was like, good. So understand this, that we all need to take action. Without action we can't really uh, attract. But I just want to say that every single one of you, without an exception, can do this. Not just this and more. It's all to do with your why, your intention, and consistent action, irrespective. She said, no, 100 views, 50 views, 200 views. She kept at it. Because when you keep doing, God watches that. ये हार मानने वाली नहीं है. चाहे कुछ भी हो जाए, ये डालते रहेगी. And then one day, the universe will also bend and will be like, okay, fine, let me give her one viral reel. And that's how it works. So now we'll do Q&A. I'll not be answering your questions. Surbhi will be answering your questions.
Okay.
So, yeah, so you can
Yeah,
ask
thank
your
you.
questions, not parenting questions, questions on how to grow yourself or how to
Yeah,
overcome your resistances.
because
Now,
parenting,
don't ask her.
I've learned from her only.
Yeah, so don't ask
So we'll
like
get
मेरे
same
बच्चा
answers.
stubborn है. Don't ask my child is stubborn, what can I do? For that, we have many
Okay.
opportunities. This is your opportunity to ask questions like, I don't know how to manage my work with my child, or I don't know how to start, or I don't know where to start. Those kind of questions, any resistances that you have. Let's start with Mehek Chavla.
Thank you, Riddhi. Thank you so much. This is my first time even talking to you.
Yes.
I'm directly talking to Surbhi now. So
Yeah,
my
thank
question
you.
is, yeah, my question is that how do you like get so much consistency and like dedication to work along with two kids?
Yeah. So, I have already worked on my environment before having a child, right? So my
Okay.
in-laws are very supportive, and I always focused on my son's sleep. So when the moment he was born, I used to put him to sleep every 2 hours. So now also his sleep is very good, right? So whenever he used to sleep, I used to work. Like I used to just wait that he'll sleep. The moment he used to sleep, I used to open my laptop and I used to work. Right? Because I didn't have to worry about, kitchen, and I didn't have to worry about because of my in-laws, and I'm so grateful for them. And
Mm-hmm.
in these years, I've never saw any faces from them that, she all day long you're sitting inside. On top of that, my father-in-law will come and he'll ask that, from so many hours you're in front of camera, do you want tea? So with this, I've blessed. And instead of wasting and sit doing gossips, and whenever I used to see people, I used to come back and I used to start learning.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's how I managed. And when my son was little, I used to sleep at 4 a.m. I
Mm-hmm.
used to, implement the ideas till 4
Okay.
a.m. And then I used to wake up, as my husband don't like to wake up late. So I used to wake up at 7. So I used to only sleep for 2, 3 hours when I just launched myself. Yeah.
Yes. So in the beginning, we have to, and for me also, when I started recording, Veer was only 2.5. So I
Yeah.
also used to record early morning Brahma Muhurat, all the gold that you guys saw. The first version of gold was all Brahma Muhurat recording. I used to get up at 4, 4 to 7 I used to record. And in the afternoon, when he would take his afternoon nap from I think 12:30 to 2:30, I think, I would record. So in a day, I would record for 5 days, 5 hours, and it would
Mm-hmm.
be during his when he was sleeping. And after that, he would be up, and I didn't have in-laws, so I had to
Okay.
manage it. But like they stay in a separate house, but I had to manage a lot with my child. But I would do all the listening to my mentors with him around, so he
Yeah.
would also listen and learn.
Yeah,
So
actually, I have a problem that I'm also working and my in-laws are also not with me. So, like, I'm always procrastinating the things. So, I'm just into that.
do
My,
become a weekend warrior. I have a very simple math for this, which I'll share with you. Is let's say Mehak, let's say if I'm working from home, okay, and maybe I
Mhm,
have 2 hours extra as compared to you, or maybe
mhm,
5 hours extra as compared to you. So what will take me 1 month to finish might take you 5 months to finish because you're putting in 1 hour a day, I'm putting 5 hours a day. So I will finish in 1 month, you will finish in 5 months,
mhm.
but still you will finish. The
Right.
problem is we set wrong targets. I'm giving 1 hour and then we say एक महीने में ही खत्म करना है. वो
Mhm.
नहीं होगा तो आप वो प्रेशर ही मत लो बिकॉज ऑफ दैट मेंटल प्रेशर यू नॉट बी एबल टू टेक एक्शन बट यू टेल
Right.
योर सेल्फ एवरी डे फॉर 1 hour I'll record even if
Okay.
it is 4 videos
Mhm.
and where see do the math 4 videos into 30 120 videos in a month you don't need more than 120 videos for your level 1 even if you do
Perfect.
4 into 30 into 5 600 videos. How many of you think it's simple? Put S for simple in the chat. All of this I've already shared in so many places. Now we have to take action. What I
Action.
like about what Surbhi shared is what I keep repeating all the time. She shared in her presentation that I understood that if I have to sell, I should have a product. So, step number one is to create a product or a service that can help people.
Right.
So, those of you who are wanting to become coaches, the first step is to create a product or a service which you can share with them.
Right. Thank
Amazing.
you. Thank you.
Awesome. Let's put A for amazing, for Mehak, and also have a very strong why. क्यों आप कर रहे हो, किसके लिए आप कर रहे हो, तो फिर आपको गिव अप करने का मन नहीं करेगा. Yes, Bhumi,
Yeah,
Hi.
you're on mute. Bhumi, unmute.
yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much for giving me this chance. And yeah, I'm also doing high ticket price right now. I'm a fertility coach. So you tell me like you told all, everyone to like you are charging 3 lakhs for 3 months. So right now I'm charging 40,000 for my 3 months program also. So what techniques do you use in your high ticket program? Can you share?
So now I just tell them about the problem and I just give them the feedbacks that I've got. Means, I've recovered the cancer patient who had, brain tumor. Doctor said you'll only live for 6 months. Now he's from 3 years, he's living, he's doing his job also. So I gave this example and then I tell him them the pricing that, 1 lakh every month. I'll show up 3 times in a week. And why I'm not showing 3 times, other 3 days? Because I don't want it to be dependent on me, because
Yeah.
if the program ends, I don't want you to be dependent on me. For that reason, I'll show up 3 days and rest days I'll give you some assignments, right? And charging is all about how much comfortable you are to ask, how much confident you are to ask,
Right.
right?
So this is
Yeah.
for your patient or you parent for parenting?
No, not parenting. For the one who is having this chronic diseases like cancer, depression, kidney failure, all those patients I deal with.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
amazing. Let's put A for amazing for Bhumi, Pratibha.
Yeah. Hello. So, Riddhi, thank you so much for taking me. Thank you, Surbhi. Session was really amazing. And I
Thank
think
you.
यही चाहिए अभी knowledge बहुत आ गई है बस action ही लेना बाकी है. So thank you for this. So Surbhi, my question is right now what I'm doing. I'm an abacus educator. So उसके लिए I record my course on screen only. So like I need to record the screen and then I edit and put it on Tag Mango. So that's working good for me. But side by side, I need to create something for mothers. For that, what I'm doing, I'm recording courses on phone using teleprompter app and then editing. So is it okay? बिकॉज पहले मैं
Yeah.
बहुत सारे सॉफ्टवेयर के चक्कर में पड़ी हुई थी वो फिर एडिटिंग और वो इतना ज़्यादा टाइम जा रहा था लाइक इट्स लाइक एडिंग अ न्यू रेजिस्टेंस टू योर सेल्फ सो इज
Yeah.
इट द
So
राइट
see,
वे
people only want to buy. You just sell. Because understand, when they come into the community, they'll understand what you're teaching, right? So now I attended, I was just listening to one podcast. You sell what people want, you teach what you want once they come into the community. Yeah.
करेक्ट
So don't think, don't have your own thought process that, will they listen or is this right? Whatever you do is right. Like, for
ओके
example, whatever Riddhi says, we feel that it is right? In the same, it's going to be same for your community. Whatever you say, it will be right for them.
ओके
Yeah.
यस थैंक
Yeah.
यू सो
Thank
मच
you.
Amazing. Yes, I also follow the same. Give them what they want.
Yeah.
Sell to them what they want. Give them what they need. So a lot of
Yeah.
you come to me thinking, my child wants help." But when you come, you understand that I
Yeah.
needed the help. So this is the children are doing fine. Yes, Shika Rathi.
Thank you so much for picking me up, ma'am. And thank you, Surbhi, for being so
Thank you.
open in what you have done. मतलब इतनी सच्चाई से बताना, it takes guts to, open up so well. So thank you so much for talking about your journey. So my question was about Instagram. I have also started a new page, fresh page, and I have been posting consistently for 3 months. अभी तक एक दिन भी ऐसे छोड़ा नहीं है and everything. एंड वही जैसे आपने बताया कि कभी किसी पे इट्स लाइक 200 व्यूज समटाइम्स इट्स लेस एंड आई स्टार्टेड बूस्टिंग सम पोस्ट सो दैट आई गेट व्यू बढ़े लोगों का एंड आई एम एबल टू रीच मोर पीपल सो इज इट एडवाइजेबल टू बूस्ट कंटेंट ऑन इंस्टाग्राम और आई शुड नॉट डू
No,
दैट
don't
ओके
boost. Instead, follow what, for example, you visit all the pages related to your niche. What is working for them will work for you. So start, modeling them.
Okay. And one more thing, because I have limited time in the day, 2, 3 hours is what I'm able to give to everything, like learning, and I have taken leadership also in the community, and I'm reading books also. So sometimes it feels overwhelming to, edit things and make things. So at what point should we, outsource these editing and um,
Okay.
editing?
So, even I was going through this. So I thought that, if I'll do the talking reels, I'll need myself in front of camera. So again, Riddhi was savior. Yeah. So I just recorded 10 videos like this and I used to edit whenever I get time. So same
Okay.
video, I just used to shuffle,
Yeah, so
right? And then
this
you can,
10
yeah,
outfits and 10
yeah,
10 different outfits, 5, 10, 3. I
yeah,
also did that for myself. So whenever I would travel, I would give it to somebody else too. I would give it to Kanak to put,
yeah,
I would write the content and she would edit it on that same thing and put it on Instagram.
So
yeah.
we should outsource these things at
Yeah, if you're comfortable, if they're charging less amount, you can outsource
Yeah,
if
you
you're
should
not having
definitely
time.
outsource the editing.
Yeah,
yeah, because with kids, I have 3 kids. उनके पीछे ही पूरा time चला जाता है. तो दो
yeah,
तीन घंटे में I cannot do everything.
You should
So
not do everything.
yeah,
yeah,
See, use your money to buy time if you want to grow.
hmm,
Because your
correct.
time as a infopreneur or as an entrepreneur is very important. I have never done anything which will take more time as compared to the money that's going out. So Canva editing, maybe in the beginning for a few months, but then I figured out that if I keep editing Canva, I'll not be able to do anything better.
Yeah,
So Canva editing, InShot editing, like video editing, all of that better in the beginning you should know, so that if there's nobody to help you, you can do it. But I can edit like on InShot in my sleep. For 6 months I did it
yeah,
myself, but now I don't do any editing. So you should know everything, Shikha. But eventually, all of us, even if you can do it, you should not do it, because then you will become the bottleneck for your own growth.
yeah. It's happening right now because now then I'm not getting time for reading
You
new
can,
books
all of
or
you can go to these platforms. There are so many platforms. No, like I'll tell you, Apna and Work India. Get people who can, from their homes only, they can edit videos, do all these repetitive things that you need. Uh, you can just get people from there who can help you do it for you.
yeah, because with limited time I need to be mindful कि मुझे कहाँ time देना है.
आपका टाइम वहीं जाना चाहिए जहाँ पे आप irreplaceable हो.
Irreplaceable है. Yeah, correct. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much.
Let's put A for amazing for Shika, Meghna Kamath.
Thank you, Riddhi ma'am.
Yes.
Thank you for giving me an opportunity. And yeah, Dr. Surbhi, your journey was very inspiring. So,
thank you.
yeah, it's yeah. As somebody said, a lot of information is there with us, and only thing remaining is to take action. So, I'm just curious to know. You just mentioned that you studied the market. So, how do we actually approach? Like, if we are starting off, like, how do we approach different sites, and how do we study, or how do we go about that area? So basically, how to study
Okay.
what is happening and what is the trend.
Okay. So basically, studying the market means, so let's say your niche is Garbha Sanskar, right? So now when you start to post Garbha Sanskar videos, you'll get more Garbha Sanskars videos, right? So when you're getting other videos, understand how many likes they're getting, views they're getting, shares they're getting, comments they're getting, right? And according to that, you need to understand that this is the content that people are loving, right? And then you have to replicate. So change one or two words, shuffle the sentence. So see, because our goal is not to become influencer, our goal is to form a community, right? So we don't want to waste our time in creating content. Instead, use other brains. What is working for them, you start, creating for yourself.
So you mean we need to visit the similar pages like of our
Yeah,
interest and see what they are doing and bring up similar videos in our own
yeah,
in
Yeah.
our own way, that way.
Yeah.
Okay. 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 Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's put A for amazing for Meghna, Dr. Shagufta Pathan.
Hello, thank you for picking me. Mm. Uh, Actually, quite a few of the questions were answered, which I wanted to ask. Yeah, now that I have finally gotten to the thing, I've just started doing this recording and everything, and it is so difficult. The editing and making everything. So I'm struggling at a few places. When you have a script written, I'm a person who speaks from the heart. So how much of it should be from the heart and how much should be from the script? Because even with the teleprompter, uh, it starts reading, but then I start myself, I start talking about my story. And then when you're reading from the script, then the content is very good because the knowledge given imparted is good, but then it feels like a little robotic for me. But when I'm speaking from the heart, then the content is not that much. So how do you strike that balance where you're speaking from the heart and when you're reading from the teleprompter? Or do you have to like memorize everything and then go for it?
Yeah, as I didn't know English, so I used teleprompter. So
Okay.
instead of re-recording, so let's say the text is coming in front of me. So I had a fixed a target that only if text will come at this point, I'm going to read. So if I'm going faster, I'll wait like this. I'll not move my body also, face, mouth. So the moment the sentence will come, I'll continue, right? And next, that if you will be in this dilemma that I want to put my own story, then you'll never stop. Do what is coming. At least because who said that you cannot record again the 2.0 version? You can still record, right? So at least start recording something, start selling, so that when you sell, when you have community, you'll have more time to record the second version. But
Okay.
until and unless you don't have that community, you'll not have that energy to sell also, right? Until and unless you don't have your product ready. So it's better that do however it is coming,
I like
right?
that idea that when the sentence is coming, just wait so we can cut the silent bits
Yeah,
from
then we
the
can cut the
editing. Okay.
split it. Yeah.
Yeah, because I had like a bit of tug of war with the teleprompter and me, and we didn't reach
I
any
think
end
Dr.
point there.
Shagufta, you can only go free flow, no need for a teleprompter in your
Okay.
case. Like my version of the gold membership is without a teleprompter.
I
Yeah.
find that actually when I record, ma'am, that is what I find that when I'm speaking from the heart, I
Yeah,
like those
just
bits
speak
more.
like a conversation, and if
Yeah.
there are some pauses, see, Surbhi
Mm.
used it because she wanted help with English. You don't have any such issue, so you don't have
Mm.
to do it with a teleprompter. The more free flow, even if you're drinking water in between, it's okay. Even if you're coughing in between, just cough and then continue. If you
Okay.
see in some of my videos, that would happen. Like I'm
Mm.
clearing my throat or I'm coughing and then I continue speaking. It seems like you're sitting and talking with them. Poonam,
Mm.
can you please stop putting that message? This is against the code of honor. Yeah, so I would request you to not share. If you want to help somebody, you can do it, but we do not sell inside EPH to each other, right? So, what you can do, Shagufta, you go free flow, no need. Because again, you'll be dodging between the two.
Yes.
So, you
Yeah,
do
I find
without the
myself a
prompt.
little robotic because when I'm reading,
Yeah, just
then
have your
it's
key
not
points.
myself. Huh.
Yeah,
Yes.
so just have a few key points that these are a
Mm.
few points that I definitely want to cover in the video. And
Okay.
before and after, you do your own thing.
Huh. That I think that's more me. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you
Okay.
so much, ma'am.
Most welcome. Let's put amazing for Shagufta, Lakshmi Goswami. Okay, before Lakshmi, you ask, those of you who have still not joined the Black Friday, so one group is full. We have created a second group. Please join this and do not join both the groups. Join only one group. Okay, so if you're already in one group, don't join because the communication will be the same in both the groups. So please join only one group. In case you by mistake join both the groups, you leave one group. Yes, Lakshmi.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for giving me this opportunity. And I'm very grateful to you, Surbhi, that you have shared your journey, and it is really, really inspiring.
Thank you.
I was in Navy for 12 years. I served the nation, but it is very difficult when it comes to like coaching. No, it's really new. And again, I'm very grateful to Riddhi ma'am also. She has shown me the path, and now I want to help others. But with respect to this journey, I started with a lot of courage and everything. I started my Instagram, but my query is, shall I use like more face videos? Because I put videos where I'm putting some messages, and those are getting more views as compared to my face videos where I'm talking something when I'm sharing some content. So, what do you suggest? How
Okay.
should I go about it?
So if you want to sell in future, you need to build that credibility. You need to show your face. So you can do mix of both. So show your faces and some videos, use those picture or your child or whatever related to your niche. But you make sure you keep showing your face.
Okay. And what is,
Yeah.
I mean, as it say, there is no right time, no perfect time, I understand. But what is the time when I should start with my master class that way? Because as of now, I do not have many followers. And lead per se also, I tried to get it, but I couldn't get much. So when should I start? Shall I wait for some more time?
Start
Should
from
I?
tomorrow or today because
Okay.
practice is important.
Okay.
The
One
way I
more
have practiced, you need to practice like that.
last query, because like I use Lieutenant Commander as a prefix in front of my name. Do you suggest I should put that name when I'm selling specifically? Should I? Because for my brand, it is Rise with Shrine Academy. But with my name, what should I publish more? With Lieutenant Commander Lakshmi or Rise with Shrine? What do you suggest?
Your niche is related to
I want to help working women so that they don't think of leaving their job and handling the kids, what I did. I want to help them that guilt, self doubt, and other things so that they can manage both.
okay.
Yeah.
So, that's your decision whether you want to keep that lieutenant. And if you're putting your story, that journey, like story
Mhm,
of your journey, so
mhm.
then you can put. But
Okay.
it's your call whether you're feeling comfortable or not.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
And how many times should we put on Instagram? I mean, what is your recommendation?
Okay. I used to put one post every day, but
Mhm.
I've also seen pages who put 5 videos in a day. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's completely how much time you have, how much videos you have created, and how much views and likes you're getting. So it's
Got it.
completely up to you.
Right. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, this is a very good question. So if you start putting one a day, you continue with that. Don't put
Yeah.
five one day, next day one, then five.
Mm.
Then the algo gets confused. So whatever consistency you're picking, I know a friend, she puts alternate days. She has very good, like more than 1 million followers. But the way she set it is every alternate day she would show up for the audience. So you're training your audience like that. So they are only expecting you to post once. If you start posting five, then you come to one, they will get confused.
Now, one more question: whether it is a good idea to schedule your post, or I mean, uh, schedule put your
Direct
post
post,
and then
post it
direct post,
yourself manually.
manually direct. Scheduling is not a very good idea, right?
If you are not able to do manually, then you schedule it, but give preference to putting it manually.
Right. Thank you so much. Grateful to you. Thank you.
Let's put
Thank
A for
you.
amazing for Lakshmi, Neha Jain.
Hello, hi, Riddhi ma'am. Hi, Surbhi. Thank you so much for this.
Hi.
Uh, so I've been part of it, but I've been thinking to do something, but how to find your niche? Like, some one day I think I can do this, day I think I can do this. So how to, get your calling?
Okay. So you can start with one that you're good at. And on the way, then you can decide what you want to do. Right? Um, because if you keep waiting for the perfect niche, then you won't start. Because when you start, you will understand, oh, I'm not good at this. So you can start you can start with something else, but start with something that you're good at.
But that happens, those resistances, those fears start coming after you start with one thing. Then after a few days, you start thinking of the cons. Oh no, this has this limitation. So that's what's happening with me since
Yeah.
very long time.
So make a decision and make it right. Right. So start with that.
Like I'm just
Yeah.
and, and
so
then make it right.
yeah. So Neha, have you done the ikigai? The
Yeah,
ikigai.
the self connection, right?
Yeah, the ikigai. Like, what are you good at? Uh,
Hmm.
what do you think people would pay? Do people want it? Are they ready to pay for it? And do you feel
Right,
like
right,
doing it again and again? So what
right.
showed up for you?
Um, I don't know. I got confused in that also. Like sometimes I feel like something related to cooking,
So let's
something.
say
Then I
three things. Let's say three things show up for you. Out of those
okay,
three things, you close your eyes and ask yourself, visualize what is it that you see yourself doing 10 years from now? Out of those three things that show up. कि
okay.
कौन सी ये चीज है जो आप कर करके बोर ही नहीं होगे, चाहे आपसे कितना भी करा लिया जाए।
Yeah,
और वो
that's
ऐसी
that's
चीज
what
होनी
I'm
चाहिए
looking.
जो दूसरे लोगों को चाहिए
Hmm.
एंड उसके लिए वो पैसा देने के लिए रेडी है। तो मेरा था कि पेरेंटिंग के बारे में पढ़ पढ़ के मैं नहीं थकती, बोल बोल के मैं नहीं थकती। मदर्स नीड इट, दे आर रेडी टू पे फॉर इट,
Right.
right? So like that you find out what is one thing you love doing, you're good at it. Love plus good at it, what people want and are ready to pay for it. If two, three things show up, close your eyes. Whatever shows up first is what you want to try.
Okay.
Okay?
And pick something to start.
And once you make a decision, don't allow your mind to go here and there. Tell yourself, यही
Hmm.
मेरे लिए लिखा है, यही मुझे करके दिखाना है.
Okay.
Which
Okay.
means, don't tell yourself, oh, I've made, because that's your way of saying that, I'm just going to get some extra time doing nothing else.
Right.
Because if you pick, let's say, cooking or teaching
Hmm.
cooking, and later your mind is saying, oh, मुझे वो कर लेना चाहिए था instead. It means you're
Hmm.
not giving your 100% to cooking. So spend at least 180 days
Okay.
trying one idea
Okay.
with your full heart and energy. And after that, you think of a switch.
Okay. Okay.
Okay?
Need to start with something. Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you. And one question to you also, Riddhi ma'am. Like you've given the lifetime commitment, right? So when I joined the gold, that was the trigger point for me that lifetime you have some support. But didn't it scare you? You know, lifetime commitment is a big thing. Committing to a life partner is also a big thing, but you've given.
It doesn't scare me because I know for sure I will do this for a lifetime. I have friends who are not able to give that commitment because
Yeah.
their why is not so deep. It is deep, but maybe they don't see themselves doing it for the rest of their lives. But
Mm-hmm.
for me, I know till I die, I will do this.
Yeah,
So
that's the
when you
main.
have that inner conviction, you can give that commitment. It
Okay.
will not
Otherwise,
scare you.
you can
या
start
इफ यू
with.
फील यू आर, अगर आप कन्विंस नहीं हो तो आप सामने वाले को कन्विंस भी नहीं कर पाओगे, चाहे आप
Correct.
उनको कितना बार भी लाइफ टाइम बोल दोगे, बिकॉज वो आपको अंदर से जो एनर्जी है, दैट एनर्जी दे विल रिसीव.
Right.
So if you are feeling no, lifetime is too much for me, you give 2 years, 3 years, 1 year commitment.
Hmm.
See, I can give gold membership for 6,999 for 1 year, people will come
Correct.
easily. 500 रुपया महीने का कौन नहीं आएगा?
Right.
So it's not about, but I don't want to give for 1 year because I feel I want them to learn for the rest of their lives.
Yeah. Yeah, the main thing was there was no pressure in this, and same thing happened with Platinum Elite also. There's no pressure. You can learn on your own pace. I'm still
No,
doing the
that's
family.
that's why it's important to not take it like that. Put pressure. Just because you get it for lifetime doesn't mean you keep sitting with it for lifetime. धीरे 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 धीरे. Action आपको speed में ही लेना है. The thing about lifetime is you get a lifetime environment
Right.
which you can belong to. Doesn't mean you
Hmm.
have a lifetime to take action.
Right.
Actions to start from day one.
Hmm.
Lifetime is because you have that support कि मुझे कभी भी कुछ पूछना है तो मैं पूछ सकती हूँ. Like, Surbhi, sometimes she will message me on WhatsApp.
Okay.
So just to have that freedom that yes, after 4 years also I can send a message. 4 years
Hmm.
later also I can connect with a mother. So for that reason, lifetime is priceless. So don't think of lifetime as, it's my comfort zone. तो धीरे धीरे वैसे नहीं सोचना है इसके बारे में. ठीक है?
Okay. Thank you so much.
Amazing. Let's put A for amazing for Neha. Okay, we'll not be able to cover all of you, but we will do one or two more questions because for these calls, I want to keep a hard stop at 12:30. Because anything we do on a repeated mode, it cannot be like forever. If you agree, put A for agree. So we would probably like have a hard stop at 12:30 for these calls. Yeah, Shobha.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello, ma'am. I was waiting really to
Hi.
talk to you so much. I just joined in some days before, like a 15, 20, like last month only in the end of this month. I was talking today morning and I was talking somebody else, like, how could I talk to ma'am? And, I got a chance now. That is so much thank you for you. And I have emailed you also. I was expecting your my answer on that email. And
Yes.
that now I can talk to you on this.
Yes.
Like, yeah, like I'm an IT manager and professionally, and I have 5-year-old kid. I'm staying with my in-laws. As of now, earning in my side is myself right now. My husband is looking for the changes at the
So
job.
you're earning for the full
Am I
family.
audible, right?
Not very clear. Your audio is not. You can do it without this. I think it'll be better. Without the earphones. Your
Uh,
audio is not very clear, Shobha.
in video, it will be visible and everything. Is it fine now, or still it is unclear?
Yeah, it's better. Yeah, you
Hello.
please ask. Yeah, it's
Okay. Okay. So that is the thing. Like, my son needs some special time or special attention, as he is 5 years old. Still, he is not having. He's not like he's in liquid diet.
okay.
As the
Shobha,
therapy is going on, still he is in liquid
Shobha,
diet.
today we are not doing parenting questions. Today we are doing questions based on what we
Okay.
discussed. Parenting questions we will do on Thursday at 6 p.m. this week.
Okay. Then I'll just comment to this. Like, how do I increase? How do I make my? I have a goal with my job. Also,
How
I'm just going forward. I think.
your audio is
Hello.
not clear, Shobha. You write the question in the chat. We can't hear you.
Okay. I think.
Yeah, Shobha, you write it in the chat. We can't hear you. Okay, we'll take one more before we close. Gurvinder Kaur.
Yes, thank you so much, ma'am, for spotlighting me. And thank you, Surbhi. Your journey is very
Thank you.
inspiring because, I think I lack action. And through you, through your journey, I think I'll be able to do that. My question is actually, sometimes I put content like, regarding anger, don't hit your child or something like that. But, sometimes I feel I am also not, I haven't reached that point because, I feel कभी कभी मैं भी गुस्सा हो जाती हूँ और मतलब कुछ कह दिया या कुछ मुझे ऐसा लगता है आई बीन वेरी फेक टू द ऑडियंस बिकॉज़ आई फील लाइक मैं कह रही हूँ इट इज़ ईज़ियर सेड देन डन तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है बिकॉज़ आई फील लाइक वो जब तक मैं नहीं चेंज हो रही तो मैं कैसे एक्सपेक्ट कर सकती हूँ दैट आई विल बी एबल टू हेल्प अदर्स सो आई फील लाइक उस वक़्त मैं प्रोक्रेस्टिनेट कर जाती हूँ वीडियो बनाने के लिए मुझे ऐसा लगता है दैट आई एम नॉट एबल टू चेंज माय सेल्फ हाउ कैन आई हेल्प अदर्स so last month I was posting videos consistently but in between I faced I don't know something happened in the family. I was going to a very low life condition but suddenly I stopped making videos and at that time I've realized that I'm not able to do it consistently because of this reason only. So what would you
Okay.
suggest?
Okay. So what I feel is healing is lifelong journey. The more you heal others, the more you heal yourself. right?
But
So
you know,
we
my
human,
in-laws are also on Instagram, so you know, they used to.
no problem.
I feel
No,
like
see,
they'll judge me.
yeah, so this you have to kick. So let's say if you're on 10th step, you need to help people who are on 8th, 7th, 6th, 5th, right? So you keep doing. If even if one mother is able to stop hitting on that particular day because of your post, that's a win-win situation for you,
Yes, true.
right? So keep posting, and throughout, as you progress, as you move forward, you'll also stop doing that. And sometimes also,
Okay.
even coach have that, I can say what I am not getting the word, but yeah, even they can sometimes get angry and they can get irritated. So we are also human being, we are not God.
Yeah.
So yeah, we can make mistakes.
Okay. One more question. Actually, I haven't started my journey. Actually, I'm just posting on Instagram. No one-on-one yet, nothing. So, you know, I felt like, you know, before making course, I'm really not sure, you know, what my audience need, because I am not much into parenting. I'm into life coaching, you know, mental health problems, mindset coaching. So, you know, I feel like, you know, how to begin with, because, you know, I don't know what my audience need, because I'm just posting and, you know, people are just commenting
Okay.
like randomly. So, you know, I have bought Tag Mango, but still I'm not able to, you know, make my course and, you know, record my course. It's very difficult to make even a
Okay.
script or, you know, finalize a topic for that.
Okay. So, you need to do one-on-one for that. I did
Yeah, I'm
800 one-on-one
trying.
before creating my second path
I'm
to
really
understand the
trying.
problem. Yeah.
How will I
Because
get it, you know?
and serve one aid, and this is the mindfulness is very big topic, or mental health. That's what I started with. Now I started with 21 days of mindfulness challenge. I got 10 registration for 1500. I was like, no one really cares about their health, let's start parenting.
Okay,
So I
okay,
started parenting. So what you start
okay.
with, be consistent, and at your top level you can add everything: health, relationship, the way Riddhi has done.
What is the basically criteria for one-on-one session? Because in I did like, you know, one session for 1 hour for this. But you know, you said that, you know, you booked it for like 3 months, 3 lakh rupees. So
Yeah.
how, but just, I'm doing it like for one sessions and you're just, you know, having clients for months. So, you know, am I doing right, or maybe,
Yeah.
you know, I need to change that criteria also?
So in one session, nothing changes. So you
Yeah,
need to tell them
definitely.
that, in one session, nothing will change. This will be a clarity call. If you really want transformation, we'll be together for 3 months. So this is the pricing. I'll give you this discount, or this will be the bonuses, whatever it is. Right. But until and unless you don't work for more than a month, 2 months, 3 months, you won't get results.
Yeah,
Right? So
definitely.
that one-on-one you're doing, do it as a clarity call. So tell them this is your problem, this you need to do, and you're not able to do after knowing it. So because of consistency, we can do it together. So this solution I
Okay,
have. Yeah.
So,
great. All
Gurvinder,
right.
never do
Yes.
one call for anybody
Okay.
because then you're opening the loop for them, you're not closing it.
Okay.
So, the
Okay.
first call you do can be a free call. So, go through the live coaching. I've shared this whole thing there.
Yeah, I have just, you know, begin. I'm on week 8
You have to do
right now.
minimum 6 sessions, minimum six. Usually, 12 is what they need,
Okay.
right? So, you do a free clarity call, then you help them set a goal in that call.
Okay.
And then you tell them you will take 6 sessions to achieve this goal. And in these 6 sessions, we will be doing this. So they will get a
Okay.
path.
Okay.
Or you will need minimum 12 sessions to get to this goal. And these are the 12 things that I will walk you through over the 12 sessions.
I'm very worried that, you know, I'll be able to do,
See, everybody has
I'll be
that
able to help
worry.
others, you know, in 12 sessions. I think that is something very big for me, because, you
See,
know,
I'll tell
I
you,
am still
till you don't
learning.
trust yourself, others will not trust you.
Yeah.
So you have to first trust, for platinum, how can I so confidently say that 3 lakhs is nothing? Because I know even if I give
Mm,
30 lakhs, even if I ask 30 lakhs for this, there are few mothers who are ready to pay.
yeah, definitely.
They will pay. Maybe I will have less students, but I can get like 10 people to pay 30 lakhs and I can make 30 crores, 3 crores.
Sure, sure.
So understand that, when you feel that the value that you're giving is more than the value that you're taking, number is only in your head. So, that's why my slogan is also you don't choose, you lose.
Yeah,
So, you have to build that confidence. See, she's charging
that is.
3 lakhs for 3 months. So, it all depends on your confidence,
Yeah,
what you're charging,
I
right?
got shocked when she said 3 months, 3 lakhs, and I was like, I was
Yeah, you
charging.
can also charge easily, but you have
Actually,
to
ma'am,
first
I
build
feel
that.
like I am working with real people. It's not about money also. I am responsible for people's life, their families. I'm very worried. That's why I've started with, one free call, and then you can choose to have one or three or six or nine
Not
calls.
one, don't give one. Six or 12. Or if you
Okay.
want, you can have nine. 6, 9, 12. But definitely not one.
Okay. Great. Sure. Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Most welcome. Let's put A for amazing. See, one call you can have when they are in your community. You're giving them courses, you're meeting them live. So, you can give one extra call for that personal connection. But when you're hand holding somebody and they don't have anything else, then you can't do one call. If this is, if everybody's noted this, put N for note, you're doing them a disservice, not a service. क्योंकि आप एक कॉल दोगे उनको लगेगा मेरी लाइफ बदल गई, कुछ नहीं बदलेगा उनके लाइफ में, बल्कि उनके लाइफ में और ओपन लूप्स आप क्रिएट कर दोगे. So usually the one-on-ones that I take on, minimum 12 I try to take, not even 6. So 12, and now I've reduced, like barely I do one-on-ones because all of you have to give so much time. One call a week. So I do 12 calls, you have to finish in 4 months. So some weeks if you want to skip in between, you have that leeway. So 4 months के अंदर आपको अपना 12 कॉल ख़त्म करना पड़ेगा. 4 months एक्सीड हो गया, आपने कॉल नहीं लिया, वो आपका प्रॉब्लम. I will block the date. So 3 months, 4, so 12. So you have 4 times you can skip, which I think is more than enough. So, and you don't want to do too many calls in the same week because then they don't get the time to process what you've shared with them. And the idea is you're not going to help them achieve 10 goals, maybe one or two clear outcomes that this is what you're. So, in the first clarity call, you have to define the outcome. सो ये सारा कोर्सेज में है लाइफ कोचिंग में, अगर आप जाके देखोगे उसमें मैंने एक वो भी किया है विथ अ मदर. आई हैव डन अ क्लैरिटी कॉल डेमो ऑल्सो. So if you watch it, see, Divya has seen it. So if you go and watch that, you will see the exact template of the clarity call also. How to clear the space, how to tell them a little about yourself, how to make them set a goal. फिर वो गोल को आप कैसे आगे लेके जाओगे, and everything is there. ठीक है? Okay, iPhone, can you please delete this link from the chat? Yeah. Okay, we'll take, okay, we've already overshot our time, so we will stop here. But if you love the session, put love in the chat. Yes. Amazing. And Surbhi, can't wait to give you the award from the stage.
Yeah.
It's Goa event. I want all of you to come for the Goa event. When you come for these events, something inside of you will shift. It will give you that inspiration to take action. Imagine on Zoom, if you're feeling so motivated, you can only imagine what will happen when you're there offline for the event, right? So be there. Thank you so much, Surbhi. Wish you good luck.
Thank
May your
you.
1 crore turn into 10 and 10 turn into
Yeah.
100 very soon. Because if organically you can do 1 crore with ads, तो
Yeah.
बहुत होगा. ठीक है? So amazing. Love
Yes.
it.
Thank you so much.
Yes. And all of you, please take action. Everybody can do it. If how many of you are feeling I can do it? Put I can do it in the chat box.
Hey, you missed picture. Let's take picture.
Oh, yeah. So sorry, so sorry. One
I know your flow.
second. One second.
Yeah.
Yes, let's all do heart emojis. You take one with you, me and Surbhi. Yes, one more we'll take with the gallery view. This is very nice because now I don't have to inspired. Now all my students will come and share, and then you will get even more inspired. I'm so glad that I got this idea. Yes, today only I was discussing. And tomorrow we have another beautiful story. So every day 11 to 12:30. And the reason I've done this back to back, earlier I thought I'll do it once a week. But I thought जब तक मैं एक हफ्ता का गैप दूंगी आपका मोटिवेशन लो हो जाएगा. So what I'll do every day at 11, I will bring somebody so that your motivation cannot fall. You will be like, अब तो इतने लोग कर रहे, अब तो मुझे करना ही है. If you think this is a fantastic idea, put effort fantastic in the chat box. Every day we will have non-stop Supermom spotlights. And I'm hoping that, some of you who are watching this will be a spotlight very soon because of these stories. And then you can come and share, after hearing Surbhi's story, I felt maybe kar sakti hu. And the reason for my success is me being a part of Surbhi's story. It's going to happen. So I want all of you to just get the only secret recipe is action with the right intention. That's it. And following a path. Awesome. Thank you so much. Take care, all of you. Keep learning, keep growing. And oh, attendance. Yeah, wait. Yes, you can mark your attendance on the app. I've activated the attendance. Please mark your attendance. And super coaches, if you can just put a picture on the feed. And I want all of you to share your learnings and how you felt after attending this. If you're going to do that 100%, put 100 in the chat box. You take action, okay? Don't just listen and go. See, you want to be successful, you have to be a good student. That is the secret recipe. Just, do whatever it takes. When you write what you learned, it will go deep in your subconscious mind and you'll be inspired to put it into action. So we'll just put up a post in the next 2 minutes. Go to your feeds and share your learnings and share how Surbhi inspired you. Awesome. Thank you so much. Take care and love you.